Good morning, Anita. Hi, how are you?
Hi, Cindy. So good to
Um,
see you.
Great to see you. Thank you so much for being with me today.
You're
Um,
welcome.
Anita is one of the owners of Be Moved Power Yoga in West Lafayette, Baptiste Affiliate Studio. And Anita is going to share with us a little bit about the teacher training experience. As many of you know, we are hosting our first teacher training in January. And I know a lot of you have questions about it, about the type of experience it is, what to expect. Um, we talk a lot about it, but I thought it'd be great for you to hear from Anita, somebody who's done the program. She's done it with Jennifer. She knows Leandra, and she's had her studio for 5 years. So, Anita, would you share with us what it means to your community and your studio to have a teacher training, to
Mhm,
host it and to fill it and to have that be in your community?
mhm, mhm. Um, Jennifer came to us only 6 months after we had opened, and we started teacher training that quickly. It was
Wow.
so important to us that we all grow together in this new space, and that we grow together with someone like Jennifer, who can deliver information in such a way that hits your bones, hits your heart, hits your brain, and then you go home and it swirls around you, and then you come back to Jennifer and she's right there to catch you. And I can't say enough about Jennifer Wright and her experience here with us, and our experience with her. It was so good. We we wanted so much straight out of the gate to create a community who spoke the same language, so that we could all just hit our students with the methodology of Baptiste yoga. And that's what happened.
Mm.
Um, you know, Teacher training allows you to connect with others, and it allows you to connect with your community. And it should be said that there's a deep connection with yourself.
Mm.
And that's the place from which, you shine out. That's the place from which you connect and grow
Mhm.
and build a Baptiste community. It's, and it's an opportunity to ask yourself, who am I? And why do I do the things that I do? And it's like peeling off layers.
Mhm.
And it's all inside you, and it's uniquely inside you. We're all different, we're all unique. We don't all want to be Baptiste statues, yeah, but we want to uncover all the gold inside us so that we can share that with the students that come into the studio.
So, based on that, who would you say this teacher training is for? Who are the kind of people in your studio that have taken this teacher training? And of the people who've taken it, and you don't have to give me exact numbers, but
Mhm.
I'm sure all of them are not teaching. And so that's one of the things we've talked a lot about with our community. In fact, probably the majority of people go into it not thinking they're going to teach. But I'm curious around who you think it's for, and then how has that manifested in your community for those people?
Mhm, mhm. I think teacher training is for everyone. I think teacher training is for people who desire to be leaders of their life. I think teacher training is for those people who have this higher calling. There's something in them, within them, um, that they want to cultivate and show up stronger, um, as stronger in themselves,
Mhm.
stronger in who they are and how they show up in the world, um, a strong voice that's heard um, and seen. And I just, yoga teacher training is for everyone. And to speak to, not everybody teaches yoga. You're right. You're right. This is a leadership this is first and foremost a training about leadership. And who are you and how are you stepping into the world as a leader? And if you think you're not stepping into the world as leader, you are, and you'll learn the ways in which you've been doing that. But gosh, there's nothing like this program that Jennifer and Leander will bring that helps people understand that there's a passion there and there's a drive inside them. It's unique and it's beautiful, and it's time to step into it.
I love that. And we do talk a lot about how it is a leadership training. And I
Mhm.
think I remember myself when I was learning about it and considering going through it, it was hard to get my hands around that, to really get my head around that, to really understand that. So I appreciate you reiterating that and how and why that happens. What would you say you've seen as far as the people who've been through the training, some of the results that you have seen?
Mm. I can name so many, but I'll just name a few.
Okay.
Our friend Liz, through teacher training, realized that she had so much more to give in her employment and her job, and she bypassed her and her her boss, I guess, and went to the next person and said, "Hey, I have been asking for something new. I am available to do something new. I want to, and you need me. Yeah, you need me, and I can help you.
Mhm.
I'm your girl." And she said, never before teacher training would she have uncovered the ability to step into a place where she owned
Mhm.
what she wanted. It was really great. So great.
That's really
Yeah.
powerful. Well,
Yeah.
and that
Yeah. And there's more. I mean,
people
there's more
finding their
stuff like that.
voice, people really finding their voice. That's what that reminded me of.
Mhm,
Like, really finding your voice
mhm,
and being confident and share and speaking up and speaking out
mhm, mhm.
if you
And
haven't.
Jennifer and Leandra will be sticklers in a great way straight out of the gate for asking us to stand in our feet,
Mm.
ground down like earth in your feet, stand up straight, open your shoulders, drop your arms, fill the room with your voice,
Mhm.
be seen, be heard, say the words that you need to say. And and it's and that's everywhere in your life. Once you get that in the yoga room, once you get that in the yoga training, you get that everywhere. You don't lose it. You
Yeah.
don't lose it. Yeah.
Um,
And then I could go on and on about the two of them and what their contribution will be to your community. And then in turn, what your community and how they'll be in contribution for Baptiste Power Yoga Indianapolis and Greater Indianapolis.
mhm.
It's yeah, a drop of
Um,
a drop in the ocean is the ocean, right?
yeah.
Yeah.
Um, One last question, and then I'll let you go. Tell me about where did you do your teacher training?
I did my 200-hour teacher training in Fort Wayne, Indiana with Jennifer Wright.
Okay.
Mhm.
And what were the results that you had in your teacher training, from your teacher training?
The results that I had from my teacher training, um, I think first and foremost, I was able to step into communication in a whole new way.
Mm.
I became a better speaker. I became a better listener. I understood that my gifts aren't the same gifts as Cindi, aren't the same gifts as my Susie,
Mhm.
who I'm my partner, Susie Schul in yoga. Um, I also just so much embodied the idea and the gift of I am a leader in all of the places that I stand.
Mm.
Mhm, mhm. And how I show up anywhere, in line at the grocery store, in line at a roundabout when everyone's stopping and not going.
We've got
You
a few
know,
of us here in Carmel, as you know.
yeah, 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 here in West Lafayette too. And so um, I could go on and on, Cindy,
Yeah.
but for me, I was a little bit choked up
Mhm.
communication wise.
Mm.
And my first teacher training with Jennifer really helps me understand first that I was not speaking clearly and I wasn't listening generously. And that's the work that I'm still in today.
That's great.
Mhm.
Well, thank you. Thank you for your time today to share about this training. We're really excited to have both of them. We're excited to do our first training. Um, and it's just, I appreciate you sharing from a perspective of someone who's been through it and done it and not that long ago, as far as opening your studio, how important it is to your community and the impact it's made on your students and on you. And I assume when you did your teacher training, were you 100% sure that you wanted to teach yoga and own a yoga studio?
Yes,
You were
yes,
before you did your training, you were?
yes, 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 yes. But I was alongside several people who had no interest in teaching yoga, and they didn't. They
Yeah.
didn't teach yoga, but they stepped powerfully into their world with the methodology that they learned through teacher training. There is nothing like it. It is new.
Yeah.
It's new and it's exciting and it's like wow, and you go home and you're so tired mentally. And yeah, and of course your yoga practice gets refined. You want that. We all want
Yeah.
that.
Mhm.
But mhm.
Well,
It's I'm so excited for you, Cindy. So excited for you.
thank you. Well,
Mhm.
thank you. We're really excited here to get this underway. And yeah, I really appreciate your time this morning, Anita. Thank you
You're
um,
welcome.
for sharing with us. And I'll keep you posted on how everything goes.
Sounds good. Thank you.
Okay. All right. We'll see you soon.
See you soon.
Okay. Bye bye.
Bye.